Biddeford and the University of New England Campus Center. Hello everybody, I'm Jay Harper along with Ron Crosby as we get set to bring you Westbrook College versus UNE. It should be a great matchup tonight, and of course the crowd filing in. A great facility here in Biddeford, and a lot of local flavor coming into this matchup as UNE has added a lot of local kids. You got a couple kids from Sanford, one from Kittery, and of course the Johnson kid from Orchard Beach. And then you got Westbrook College, 2-1 right now, as is UNE. And these two teams playing very well and have developed a rivalry of sorts in the last 2 or 3 years with head coach Ron Cody of UNE and of course Jim Graffam of Westbrook College.
Well, Ron Cody and Jim Graffam both have the same type of coaching style. They both are hard-nosed coaches, and they're both going to go right at each other. They have a point guard in Kumpkin, they have a point guard in Lennon, who are going to dictate the tempo of this game, and you're going to expect it's going to be wild.
And of course, you go down low, UNE's got to stop Derek Vogel. Vogel coming in, averaging 31 points per game on his quest to break the all-time scoring record in the state of Maine, and he's just been phenomenal to start the season. What does UNE do to try to slow him down?
They're going to have to double team him, triple team him. They're going to have to bump him. They're going to have to hit him a lot. Derek Vogel is a tough competitor. If you keep bumping him and keep pounding him, he does tend to get a little mental breakdown. But Derek Vogel, he's a senior now. His mental toughness is the best it's ever been, and he's determined to break Matt Hancock's record. And look out, he might just do that. And
of course, the McClure brothers have been playing very well for Coach Graffam. And Eric Wharton, the big guy, 6'7", he's going to have to step up and play some good basketball tonight because UNE brings some good height. Cooper, the freshman from Sanford, 6'9", and of course he's getting acclimated to the college ranks, but he is a good player.
Well, Eric Wharton is also a junior. He's got 3 years on the freshman. And the McClure brothers, they've been rebounding well, they've been doing what they've been doing, they've been getting the ball, and they've been running the court, which they all can dunk, and they all can rebound, they all can block shots. I think that's the biggest advantage Westbrook has over UNE, because Lenny Cole's a little heavier, he's not as quick as them, and that's where the determination will come, off the boards.
Now, of course, you mentioned the point guard matchup. Andy Lennon just playing superb. 11 rebounds in the last game versus Atlantic Union. The little guy can really do a lot of things very big. And he matches up with a transfer from Wheaton College, Chris Kumpka, a kid that played for Sanford a few years back, a tremendous basketball player. And he gives Ron Cody something they missed the last few years, so that is a solid point guard.
Well, Kumpka's been out of the state of Maine for a while. We don't know how well he's been playing down there. But Wheaton College is a great competition down there. But turning back to Andy Lennon, he's hard-nosed, he's tough, he's a Boston kid. I give the advantage to the senior.
All right, it should be a great matchup. UNE versus Westbrook College. We'll take a timeout. Back with the opening tip on the Westbrook College Television Network right after this. Welcome back to Biddeford on the Westbrook College Television Network. Jay Harper along with Ron Crosby. Cameraman for tonight's action, Steve Poulis, as the 2-1 Wildcats get set to take on host UNE Knights. The Knights come in 2-1 as well. They won the Riviera tournament down in Massachusetts to start the season, then got handled pretty easily by Bowdoin College last week. And of course, the Wildcats at the Paul Bunyan tournament up at Husson, lost to Husson, beat Machias, and then won their conference opener last Tuesday night down in Lancaster, Mass, 110-48 over Atlantic Union. And the Wildcats and the Knights get set to do battle. We did the game down here last year, a very exciting game that Westbrook College pulled out. And both these teams come in with some good new recruits and of course the seasoned veterans, and UNE has Aaron McDonald and Lenny Cole, their co-captains, and they're their go-to guys. We'll pause now for our national anthem. You're watching Westbrook College basketball. Starting tonight for the Westbrook College Wildcats, Andy Lennon. He's the point guard, number 11, senior guard out of Melrose, Mass. Of course, Derek Vogel plays the 2 spot, senior from Cumberland, Maine. Corey McClure, number 44 out of Lisbon, Maine, a senior. Aaron McClure, also, of course, from Lisbon, Maine. He's a sophomore. And then Eric Wernken, number 35, 6'7", and he'll jump it up. And he wins the tip, but UNE almost controlled. Gadboy's trying to get a piece of that ball. It'll be Wildcats basketball as we're underway. UNE comes out in a zone. Nice dump down for Corey McClure. McClure loses it as he goes up. Loose ball on the floor, and Lenny Cole finally comes away with it. Chris Kumka, junior transfer, off for Gadboys. Lenny Cole working inside, has it blocked by Wernken.
That's where the height factor comes into effect.
Lennon drives through the zone, tries to find Wernken. Ball picked off. Kumka, the pull-up 3, long. Long pass.
Try to get the point guard back, hustling back.
Played almost a minute, no score yet. McClure down low, the little short jump hook, no good. Aaron McDonald the rebound, long court pass. Tipped out of bounds by Lennon. It'll be Knights basketball. McDonald from outside. 3 ball.
That's what kept him in the game last year. Aaron McDonald hit a bunch of those last year. That kept them right close with Westbrook.
Vogel the pull-up, long. And Lenny Cole rips it away from Aaron McClure. Nice pass inside. As they got the ball to Billy Harris, and he's called for steps.
Interesting matchup we have here. We've got Aaron McClure guarding Kumka. We didn't expect that coming up at the tap.
Aaron McClure pulls up off the window short, and the rebound comes to Gadboys, the junior from Biddeford, and he gives it off to Chris Kumka. McDonald drives in. And McDonald now has 5 points and a chance to go to the free throw line and give his team a 6-0 lead.
Westbrook's intensity level doesn't seem like it should be as high as Coach Graffam wants it right now.
Foul on the floor. It'll be Westbrook College basketball, trailing 5-0, 17:39 to play, first half. Both teams coming in 2-1. Nice inbounds play. Corey McClure all alone, and for some reason he decided to give a fake. He didn't need it.
Looked like he got bumped a little by Lenny Cole, but still no need for a travel there.
McDonald, 7 points, and all 7 of his team. Wildcats can't find the offense, and Coach Graffam might need an early timeout here as he goes to his bench to get Nate Estee up and into the lineup.
It was a good look by Corey McCloy. It looked like Andy Lennon just slipped on some wet surface there.
Compton looking down low. The ball bounces nicely over to McDonald, but it won't fall. Estee, 3-ball, no good. Gad boys can't control the rebound. Lennon gets it back, and he'll be called for steps.
Yeah, it looked like he dragged his back foot on that one.
Steve Huntington now checks in, and he covers Chris Kumka out at the point. Lennon on Gad boys. Kumka all alone, 3 balls, well short. Rebound McDonald, and no one can control Aaron McDonald. He's got the inside-outside game, both working very well here early in the first half.
Aaron McDonald seems to be a sneaky player. He'll go outside, he'll go inside. It's tough to Vogel keep an eye on him.
Westbrook College uses a timeout.
Fine, right. Now, the only thing that's bothering me right now is the rebounding down here, because we've made them take some lousy shots and guys aren't going to it, and they're being active. So let's get more active ourselves, right? And down here, let's be patient. I want to go basic and run the doggone thing right. You pass the ball on the other side. They already had it stacked up. Go ball reversal and take some time and get the ball in there. And he had Cole guarding him, so there's no reason why we shouldn't have had a mismatch somewhere else. But the guys weren't cutting through. Think about what we're doing now. We need to stop. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Jim, go for it.
You get to listen in to Coach Graffam and the Wildcats timeout. And obviously trailing 9-0 with 16:10 to play first half. The Wildcats could use a bucket.
Want to get a shot for their All-American, Derek Vogel.
Estee's in the paint. Nice dish over for Hilchey. To the hole, won't go down. And Aaron McDonald rips down the board. Lenny Cole from the baseline, no good. Vogel the rebound. Wildcats got numbers. Andy Lennon to the paint. Bucket's good, and he'll draw the foul from Kumka. And the Wildcats finally get on the board as they get their fast break up in action.
Excellent job by Derek Vogel, waiting for the defender to commit to him before he let that pass go.
Andy Lennon at the free throw line. And you watch the nifty little style he developed last year. The old Don Nelson type free throw. Won't fall for him. It's 9-2. UNE. Cole misses the jumper. He got hit hard on the shot. No call this time. Estee reaching around from behind will get whistled for the foul. Estee's first, team second. Cole all alone, down low. 11-2 UNE. Vogel pulls up from the free throw line. So we said Vogel coming in averaging 31 points per game, had 34 against Atlantic Union in limited duty. Sat the final 7 minutes of that game. Nice block from behind by Andy Lennon. Cole fakes a three, comes baseline, and nothing but net.
Westbrook's going to pick up their defensive intensity if they want to stay in this game. UNE's got the talent.
Vogel back with a long three.
A few more of those, that'll get right back.
Vogel deciding to take it on his own shoulders. Cole left alone, he'll try a three ball. Rattles in and out, Hilchey the rebound. They're gonna call the foul on Garrett Hilchey, throwing the elbows. And if they're calling a foul in that situation, that shouldn't be a foul, it should be a technical because he didn't hit anybody with the elbows.
9 out of 10 times they will call that on Hilchey, swinging the elbows. They have started doing that in the past couple of years. Too many people getting hurt by swinging elbows.
Kumka on the baseline, short. Rebound tipped, and Kumka trying to save it.
Kumka kid has gotten a lot bigger since the last time we've probably both seen him, Jay.
Yeah, it's been a few years now, and he has bulked up. Vogel down, short. And the loose ball rebound to Billy Harris, and gets it off for Chris Kumka. Calling a blocking foul on Esty. Looked like he was pretty firmly planted. And McDonald a little bit shaken up.
That's twice Vogel's gone for the steal there and missed. And Aaron McDonald's turned around and put a nice little bunny in. Derek's got to be a little bit more consistent on his steals there.
That'll be Esty's second personal foul, team's fourth. The basket does count. And Aaron McDonald padding his totals here in the first half. Having a sensational first half is Aaron McDonald. He sits down bruised, but appears okay. Cooper, the freshman, checks in. Aaron McClure up, rattles in and out. Cooper the rebound. Tyler Lakin, 24, also in the lineup. A real York County flavor out there. Gadboys from Biddeford. Cooper and Kumka from Sanford. Lakin from Kittery. And then Lenny Cole out of Benton, Maine. Cole, of course, played at Lawrence High School. Outstanding football, basketball player for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Vogel down low, up and in.
Tough to stop him down low. Got great body control, Derek Vogel does.
Nice kiss off the window, and it's 16-9, UNE leading. Lenny Cole, head fake, up and in. Cole 6'5", and you'd have to guess he goes about 230 to 240. Vogel back.
Seems like Derek Vogel's starting to get heated up for the Wildcats now.
(18-11). 12:15 to go, first half. Cole driving baseline. Nice move to the hole. No sack from way downtown. And Kumka leads the break for the Knights. Nice dish down for Gadboys. He can't control it.
Good crossover by Kumka. Nice pass. Gadboys just didn't have his hands ready.
Corey McClure, Andy Lennon, Derek Vogel, Eric Wernken, and Ben Nosak on the floor for Coach Jim Graffam. Vogel down low, and he's hit by about 4 different UNE players. The officials will have their choice on this one.
Good patience by the Westbrook Wildcats, working that ball around.
Foul on Tyler Lakin. Michael McCarthy checks in for UNE. McCarthy, a freshman from Arundel, Maine.
Had a good career at Kennebunk. Played for Pat Moody, used to play for USM.
So another York County. Vogel makes them both. The Wildcats trail by 7. The Ron Crosby fan club waving from down below. Cooper left alone, doesn't get it, but he fights for the loose ball and loses it out of bounds. Cooper, 6'9", and a heck of a player for the Sanford Redskins.
He had taken one extra dribble, it was a dunk.
McClure spinning left-handed move, tip up by Nosak, won't go down. Campus Center rocking here tonight. Kumka behind the arc, no good. Foul down low, I believe it'll be on UNE. It'll be on Billy Harris as Derek Vogel gets a breather. Nosak, 3-ball, bang.
His addition to the Wildcat team is definitely going to help them this year. They need that extra depth in 3-point range.
Kumpka down low to Cooper. Cooper off the window, no good. The rebound fought for. Lotus and Nosak fighting with Cooper, and they say Nosak was on the baseline, out of bounds, so it'll be UNE's basketball.
Referees seem to letting him play today. A lot of bumping down low.
Cooper alone again, and this time steps as the freshman is rattled. He's missed 2 easy shots, and he was thinking about it on the 3rd attempt and dragged the pivot. Working goes down low for Lotus. Lotus, the nice little hook shot. McCarthy, nice drive.
His older brother played at UNE, Ron McCarthy.
Lennon won't go down. Cooper. Vogel about a 1.5-minute breather, right back in. Meanwhile, the Wildcats have cut the lead to 4. It's 22-18. McCarthy stripped. Lakin with it on the baseline, powers up, no good, and Lotus, nice job on the rebound, and a foul will be called on Mike McCarthy. What? UNE in a 1-3-1 zone defense, stretching it out with Euler on the top, hampering Lennon. Working can shoot a 3-ball. He fakes it, pulls up, gets hit. Bang.
What's so surprising about Eric Working, he's 6'7", he's got a very quick first step, can also shoot the 3-ball, which makes him a total threat.
Well, certainly helping Westbrook College's comeback here is the fact that Aaron McDonald, after scoring 13 first-half points, had to sit down after getting banged up, and I don't see him on the bench. He might be in the trainer's room right now, and he's been out for quite some time. Cole's 3, no good. Huntington drives base. Steve Huntington, the dish from Andy Lennon. Lennon averaging 6 assists per game. And another one right there for.
I think he was 11th in the nation last year in assists. I think he was averaging 6.8 a game. So can pretty much get back to where he was last year.
Look at him staring right down at Euler. He is a fierce competitor.
I think they got Andy Lennon with a delay of game there.
Lakin left alone, shot no good. The rebound though, in there, Billy Harris trying to fight through bodies.
Nice job by Eric Working, get the ball and call a quick timeout before he went out of bounds. Heads up play.
Great call by Working, a timeout. We'll take another listen in to head coach Jim Graffam in the Wildcats timeout. The score,
This is a
Westbrook College 22, UNE 22.
If they're in man, I want to go X again. And let's just be patient. Let it work. We got Steve in the game for 3-point on ball reversal on Derek. Okay? So let's not get panicky. That's if they're in man. If they're in zone, what I want to do is I want to put you on the high post. You're going to be behind the backboard. Okay? And we're going to go gap. Okay? And then down here, I want to pick up the intensity. So yes, 40 would be fine.
Let's go with 40 now.
1, 2, 3.
Energy.
And Westbrook College has very quietly gotten back in this one. 22 all and a chance for the Wildcats to take the lead. They trailed 9-0 to start this game. Working looking for Aaron McClure, tipped out of bounds by Billy Harris. Lennon stripped by McCarthy, and UNE trying to push. McCarthy gives it right back to Lennon though. Wildcats with numbers. Mike McCarthy, a very aggressive basketball player, and he's playing quite tough, but that time after the nice steal, he just got a little bit excited and turned it over right back to the Wildcats. Huntington, bang!
Pure shooter, Steve Huntington, out of Deering High School. Flat out shoot the ball.
The steal by Lennon, up to Vogel. DV floats in. The Wildcats now up 27-22. Euler on the push. They get down to McCarthy. Blocked, and they're going to whistle a foul. Andy Lennon, words with one of the officials. Not a surprise there.
No, and I'm sure he'll have many more with officials throughout the season. McCarthy kid plays just as hard as his older brother did back when he played, when I was playing against him. 2 or 3 years ago.
1 of 2 for McCarthy. 27-23 Wildcats now with a 4-point lead. Open again is Huntington. This time his 3 won't go down. And UNE
didn't have his feet set on that. Just rushed that shot. Saw some opening and just rushed it.
Chris Kumka back in, and he's yet to get on track offensively here. Cross court, there's Kumka, open for a 3. No good. Aaron McClure the rebound, the foul called on Billy Harris.
Looks like they're retaping McDonald's ankle, so we might see some action back in the second half.
Harris, a 6'5" junior out of Winthrop, Maine. Occupational therapy major. And that'll send Aaron McClure to the free throw line. Sensational dunk last Tuesday night down in Massachusetts. McClure misses the free throw badly. Kumka, the nice move, blocked. Working, Huntington save, he might have Vogel. Vogel up and in.
Jeez, what a turn of events that was, huh? Kumka looked like he had an easy layup.
Timeout on the floor, and the Wildcats and their fans erupt as Westbrook College has taken a 6-point lead, 29-23 with 6:21 to go. You're watching the Westbrook College television network. Jay Harper, Ron Crosby, and Steve Poulos with you on the Westbrook College television network. Wildcats have come back from a 0-9 start to take a 29-23 lead. And that last play, the block by Wernken, the save by Lennon, and up to Vogel. Doesn't get much better than that. Huntington whistled for the foul on Lenny Cole, and Cole will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Tough gamble by McClure there, but I think that's what Coach Graffam wants to see, his kids gamble and force turnovers.
Aaron McDonald back into the lineup after a long rest on the bench as he was banged up. They retaped the ankle. He was out for a good 8 minutes. And that is the exact time span that Westbrook College went to work on this big lead of UNE. 29-25, Westbrook College with the lead and the basketball. Esty, 16-footer from the baseline, no good. And Lenny Cole, the rebound.
In order to keep this lead, Westbrook's going to have to keep an eye on McDonald. He was all alone in that corner.
Not the guy you want to get a basket right away and get his confidence right back to where it was earlier. Cole pulls up, short. The rebound taken away by Huntington. Nice lead up for Lennon. 3-on-3, Lennon goes for Vogel. McDonald on the seat of his pants makes the nice save and gets it off to his teammates and limps back up court. McDonald with Vogel on him. Kumka, 3-ball. This time, he arcs one from downtown, and it's 29-28. Huntington through traffic, looks for Lennon.
Should have shot the ball there. Trying to do too much fancy stuff.
It was a great move by Huntington, but as you said, once he got in there, he should have just flipped it up left-handed as Andy Lennon gets a breather. Nosak checks in. Cole powers up and in, and the Knights retake the lead, 30-29. Lotus will check in. Corey McClure will sit down. .429 to play, first half. Wildcats go man to man. Esty trying to guard Cole, and McDonald. Foul will be called on Chris Lotus. Seventh team foul now on the Wildcats, and that'll send UNE to the free throw line, 1-1. Billy Harris. (32-29). UNE back from a 6-point deficit as they have gone on their second 9-0 run here of the game. Nosak stays in play though. Lotus back up and in.
Good rebounding position that Chris Lotus just had. Big body like his, probably 9 out of 10 get that inside position.
6'6" is Lotus, as we talked about in our last game for the Wildcats. Very poor call right there. Derek Vogel never moved his pivot foot.
The reason why they called it, he got pushed from behind, got knocked on the ground. Once you see a player get knocked on the ground, whether he was pushed or not, they're going to call a travel.
Harris left alone. Now he'll take it. No good. McDonald, the rebound, blocked. McDonald again. And the ankle really bothering Aaron McDonald. Getting back to Lotus, though. Of course, heavily recruited by Westbrook College, and Coach Graffam's staff came to the school 4 years ago. Started practicing and then decided not to play. Stayed at Westbrook College, and now as a senior academically, came out this year and asked Coach Graffam if he could come out and try it one more time. And after last week's game, he came over to Coach Graffam, shook his hand, said, "Thanks a lot, Coach." He was very grateful for the opportunity. He had a pretty solid effort last week with 12 points, and very happy to be back playing basketball. Backdoor bounce pass, stolen by Cooper.
A little hard.
Gadbois tries a three. And local boy makes good on the long one. 36-31 as the Wildcats turn it over.
Nice defense by Aaron McClure. Quicker hands will win every time.
Cole loses it out of bounds. The Wildcats basketball trailing now by 5. UNE on a 13-2 run since trailing 29-23. Vogel trying to take charge, and he does. Bang. That is a 3, 36-34.
Westbrook needs to stop here to get back into it emotionally.
Gadbois setting up the 3 again. Now Cole goes to work. Turnaround falls. Kumka will be called on the hold. And that only UNE's 4th team foul. Excuse me. The board, a few bulbs missing. Looks like 4 in that other clock, Ron, if you look over there.
It does indeed.
I was going to say, how have they only amassed 4 fouls here in the first half? A very physical, hard-fought game. That's the 9th team foul, and Vogel 1-on-1. The next one will be an automatic 2 for the Wildcats. DV knocks home the first. Of course, the senior in quest of the scoring record inside the state of Maine, Matt Hancock's record, and also in quest of another trip to Idaho. Cole's long pass for Gadbois. And Workin stayed away.
We got away with one there, I think.
Of course, Gadbois playing at Biddeford High School. Ron Cody, the coach of UNE, a long-time Biddeford High basketball and baseball coach, but Gadbois didn't play for Coach Cody. Vogel's shot partially blocked. McClure's put back, up and in.
Cody brought basketball back to Biddeford. After so many years, they didn't do as well. But his intensity brought basketball back to Biddeford.
And it has fallen quite a bit since his departure. 38 all as McDonald, a 3-ball. Bang! Vogel! There's that body control we talk about so often. Just tremendous hang time, body control, and almost got the 3-point play back. Instead, he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Getting back to Derek Vogel, he not only want to break Hancock's record, he wants to score 3,000 points and believes he can do it. And if he's got that much belief in him, he's going to have to prove to us that he can do it.
Well, 30 points per game, roughly a 30-game schedule. There's 900. And that'll put him right around $3 grand. 41-40, UNE with a 1-point lead as we hit the 1-minute mark. Cole tries a 3. No good. Cooper, the rebound on the backside. And the freshman tears it away from Derek Vogel. Working baseline, left hand, tip up. And he'll be fouled by Aaron McDonald, I believe. And that'll send Workin to the free throw line. Workin, the junior from Montpelier, Vermont.
Seems like every time we talk about him, his place of birth changes. Essex Junction, Montpelier, Burlington. We don't know exactly where he's from, but we're glad to have him.
A lot of the programs want the actual place of birth. Others want where you live and reside now, and his parents must be doing a lot of moving back home.
I'm sure.
Workin makes them both. It's 43-42. Knights with numbers. McDonald comes in and hammers Workin, no call, and Cooper the putback. So the freshman Rob Cooper with 2 buckets in a row. Lennon's jump shot, no good. Gadbois, great positioning, takes the rebound down. And the shot clock now off, and it's 45-42. And traveling called on Don Gadbois. Wildcats trying to take momentum to the locker room here, trailing by 3. Looking for the last shot. Workin takes it. No good, and Cooper takes the rebound down, and that'll do it here in the first half. A hard-fought, exciting first half of play, just as we anticipated. The Knights charged out to a 9-0 lead, and then the Wildcats chipped away and tied it at 22, and then took a 29-23 lead before UNE woke back up and rebounded and came storming back to take a 33-29 lead. They went on a 13-2 run, and then the Wildcats came back behind the play of Derek Vogel. It's been pretty much as billed. Derek Vogel doing it offensively for the Wildcats, and Aaron McDonald missing 8 minutes with the ankle injury, still having
a great first half. Tremendous
first half with, I believe, 16 points unofficially. We'll check that at the half. We'll take a timeout. UNE 45, Westbrook College 42. Back after this. Welcome back to the University of New England Campus Center. Jay Harper along with Ron Crosby. Steve Poulos on the camera tonight. Westbrook College finds themselves trailing by 3 at the half, 45-42. Checking halftime stats. UNE 45 points. They were led by Aaron McDonald. 16 points in that first half, 2 threes. Lenny Cole right behind him with 14 points. And then freshman Rob Cooper with 2 buckets late had 4. Kumka with a 3, Gadbois with a 3, McCarthy had 3, and Billy Harris had 2. They had a total of 4 threes in the first half, did UNE. Heading over to the Wildcats, Westbrook College led by none other than All-American Derek Vogel. Vogel, 22 points in that first half, 2 threes, and then not a lot of scoring for Westbrook College. A lot of guys getting in the scoring column, but not a lot of big numbers. Steve Huntington had 5. He had 1 3 and a bucket for his 5 points. 3 points from Ben Nosak. Chris Lotus had 4, and then a bucket for Aaron McClure and Andy Lennon for their 42 points in that first half.
Well, in order for Westbrook to get ahead or even take control of this game, they've got to get some more scoring out of their other 4 players. You can't rely on Derek Vogel all the time.
And of course, defensively, Westbrook College needs to really shut down Aaron McDonald. McDonald, 16 points, and he had 13 when he had to sit down with the ankle injury. Sat out about 8 minutes, came back, and he is just a tremendous player. Does it from the inside, does it from the outside. He doesn't look like an outside shooter. He is a big, rugged kid, and he can really light it up from outside. It looks like he's put on a lot of bulk from last season even.
He was a good size last year, but Westbrook's got to know where he is all the time. We've seen him take wide open shots. You know, and Westbrook can't do that and win the game. They've got to find where he and Cole are. Stop allowing wide open shots.
And the last few years, Eric Wernken really doing a nice job inside the paint. Struggling a little bit to start this season. Wernken having 4 points in the half, and they really need the big guy to get active on the boards and look for that ball down in the low post. Vogel having to do it pretty much on his own. And as we said, it was 9-0 to start the game as UNE went on a tear behind Aaron McDonald, scoring all 9 points for the Knights. And then the Wildcats came back with their own 9-0 run later on in the half to tie things up 22, and UNE came storming back on a 13-2 run, and they lead 45-42 as we get set to start the second half. It'll be UNE's basketball as they'll send out the same starting five: Lenny Cole, Billy Harris, Aaron McDonald, and the guards Don Gadbois and Chris Kumka. Wildcats come out man-to-man. Lennon on Kumka.
Now, Coach Graffam always says the first 5 minutes is going to dictate the way this game goes. If Westbrook College picks up their intensities, you can see the tides change.
Nice inbound pass. Aaron McDonald picks up where he left off. Now 18 points in the contest. Corey McClure throws it up, no good. Lennon fighting for the loose ball, can't come away with it. Cole drives baseline. A lot of contact, no call. And Vogel leads the fast break. Corey McClure, three ball, no good. Andy Lennon, the board man, is inside. Corey McClure comes inside and hits the 14-footer.
That's one thing Corey McClure does very well, is a ball fake one dribble and hits that foul line jump shot very well.
(47-44). Kumka's pass blocked, but Lennon can't control it. Andy Lennon with another offensive rebound on that last possession. He had 11 rebounds, the leading rebounder against Atlantic Union last week. 5'10".
He doesn't always get the rebound, but he tips the ball, keeps it alive, keeps the ball working, gives his big man a chance to get the rebound. That's what's so impressive about the little guy.
And they're going to whistle a foul, I believe, on Andy Lennon. It looked more like Derek Vogel got a bigger part of Lenny Cole than did Andy Lennon. Now I think that's what Coach Graffam wants to talk about. Who is the foul on?
Oh, they had a misunderstanding. The referee said white meant red. And Ron Cody jumped on his words.
Of course, Ron Cody coaching at Biddeford for years, as we talked about, and Jim Graffam coached at Bonnie Eagle for a number of years. They coached against each other in SMAA basketball. Of course, back then it might have been the Big Eight. Foul on the Wildcats, and UNE doing a nice job on the offensive glass.
Westbrook's got to get better position inside in order to control the boards. That time, Corey McClure was on the backside of
Billy Harris will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Harris, a very good free throw shooter. And of course, as we say that, we jinx him. 1 of 2 for Harris. It's 48-44. UNE shifting back to a 1-3-1 zone. Vogel floats in, 2 more.
good give and go. They've worked with each other for 4 years now. They know each other's game.
I would say 70% of college basketball players would have committed the offensive foul on that drive. Vogel with such tremendous body control. He gets up in the air and stops himself and hangs there, avoids contact and knocks it down. Lennon, another rebound. Outlet pass for McClure. And the offensive foul will be called on Aaron McClure. And what a great headsy player, Andy Lennon. As soon as he fired that outlet pass, he started to yell to Aaron McClure, knowing what was ahead of him. And Aaron McClure couldn't hear him or understand it in time, and the offensive foul committed by the sophomore.
Coach Graffam always tells his players that someone in front of you yell man on. I think that's what Andy Lennon was saying, but Aaron McClure, like you said, probably just didn't hear him or didn't understand what he was talking about.
Cole misses, but Chris Kumka working on the offensive glass causes the Wildcats to knock it out of bounds. Nate Esty back from the ankle injury, sat out last week's game against Atlantic Union. Harris with Wernken on him. Cadboys goes on top for Kumka, fakes the three, drives, dish pass. Let's see who they call the foul on.
I don't even think the official knows. Oh, player control on Kumka.
Took a long time to get that call, and actually a fortunate call for UNE because the Wildcats had stole the ball and were looking to run. They would have had numbers. Inside Vogel. Vogel up, foul down low. And that's what Westbrook College has to continue to do, is just get Vogel down in the box and get in the basketball and let him go to work down in the paint.
Chance to knot this game up at 48. Derek Vogel at the line.
Both these teams with big games this Thursday night. Of course, you'll hear about this after our airtime, but Westbrook College going to St. Joe's of Maine to play at the Chamber of Horrors, and of course, that's a huge rivalry, Westbrook College and St. Joe's. Of course, Coach Graffam used to be the assistant at St. Joseph's College, and UNE hosts USM here Thursday night, a big game for them. And this place will be rocking for that one as well. Harris misses the floater, then crashes the boards and picks up the offensive foul. We're tied at 48, and the Wildcats now a chance to retake the lead. Estes fall-away jumper, no good. Wernken the putback, and he'll be fouled. Billy Harris has to be
muzzled.
Yeah, that's a good word, Cross. Muzzled by teammate Aaron McDonald.
Captain Aaron McDonald. Smart play by McDonald.
Rob Cooper, the 6'9" freshman out of Sanford, checks in for Harris. Fourth team foul on UNE. Wernken gives the Wildcats the 49-48 lead. (50-48). Wildcats on top by 2. 16:30 to play in second half. McDonald double teamed, and now a late whistle, and that another very, very bad call.
Especially for the official behind the play.
Way behind the play, and I didn't see, and we're right here just above it looking right at it, and I didn't see Nate Esty any contact on Aaron McDonald.
I mean, the trail official is right in front of him. If there was any contact, I think he would have made the call right in front of him.
See that happen quite a bit. The official from 40 feet makes the call when the official from 5 feet doesn't see or have anything. Lennon the steal, trying to go coast to coast. Misses! Oh! Derek Vogel on the putback with authority.
Now that is an offensive rebound.
And now they're talking to the Wildcats bench, and I'm not sure He's telling the Wildcat players to sit down.
Actually, he's telling them to push their chairs back. The official thinks he's too much. They're too much on the court.
Long court pass. Intended for Gadboys, a little bit overthrown, and Gadboys can't get it. And the Wildcats up by 4, and momentum swinging their way in a big way. If they can knock home a bucket here, can really put the pressure on UNE.
Coach Graffam keeps changing his defenses, which is giving UNE a different look. They're not having a chance to react to it.
Vogel's 3-ball, bang! And Coach Ron Cody wants a timeout. Westbrook College behind the play of point guard Andy Lennon, and of course All-American Derek Vogel have jumped on top 55-48 with 15:38 to play in the second half. And let's listen in to head coach Jim Graffam and the Wildcats.
Not that he's got the ball, but he's going to the damn basket like an animal and trying to grab the basketball. We can do that with 5 people. Listen, we got the best player in New England here. If we just rebound the ball, spread it out, spread the offense out a little, get him the ball where he can do something with it, they can't beat us.
Okay, now listen, I want to go 33 again, but it's going to be switch. 33 switch. Everybody do it, right? Because we know what we're doing. Just stay into this thing. And down here, obviously Derek's having a career night, so let's keep it going here, right? And be patient. We don't need to rush anything down here. We can do things as a unit and beat this team. All set? Come on, let's go! Hey, Derek.
UNE inbounds the ball, trailing now by 7 points. Cole's shot blocked. And Hilchey comes away with it. Actually, that was McDonald who had the shot blocked. Huntington, 3-ball, bang! The heir apparent to Gary Kuhn has come to the campus of Westbrook College in Portland, and he is playing big here in the first part of his freshman season.
Not to take anything away from Steve Huntington, but Steve's got a couple more years to catch up to where Gary was.
I couldn't agree more, but he certainly is showing that he has no fear to throw up that 3, and he's hit a couple long ones.
He's a great shooter.
Cole way downtown and way long. Cooper the rebound and put back, no good. And a foul will be called inside, I believe, on Vogel.
Officials are starting to take control of this game. Not like the first half when they let him play.
Talk about a game of runs, though, Ron. UNE led 48-44. It is now 58-48. Westbrook College, they are on a 14-0 run.
Led by their All-American Derek Vogel. A couple of threes and a dunk.
McDonald going inside for Cole, and they'll call the foul on Garrett Hilchey.
He's a young freshman. Taking advantage of the young freshman down low. Wants to steal the ball every time.
Hilchey out of Thomas in Maine. Now, where did he play his high school ball?
Good question. I think he and the Mackey kid, I think, played somewhere in the East Coast. We'll find out.
And Lenny Cole finally breaks the 14-0 run and the drought for the Knights. So it's 58-50 with still a lot of time to go.
I think it was Georges Valley they played for.
Nosek misses. And now UNE with a chance to get some momentum back, and Kumka, 3-ball, no good. Well, let's see. Looked like he was pointing at Huntington on the foul. Ron Crosby has decided that coming out of Thomaston, he would have played at Georges Valley. Oh, weren't getting up high, got a piece of the rim, but couldn't find the ball. And the Knights come back 3-on-3 as Westbrook College falls back in to their man defense. Gadboy's down for McDonald. McDonald over Cooper. Nice play by Aaron McDonald. 58-52. Huntington, 3-ball. Ho, ho, ho!
What time zone was that in? Showing his excellent range tonight, Steve Huntington.
Kuhn's hearing a little noise down in Jersey right about now. Somebody's stealing my thunder up here in the state of Maine. Foul called on Lotus. Again, Lotus with great pressure out on defense on Lenny Cole, and I didn't see a lot of contact out there. It looked like good, hard, solid defense.
Well, I think the officials are trying to take the tempo away from this game, take the muscle out of it, and that's what they're doing here.
And that, the 8th team foul on the Wildcats, as once again they're over limit, way ahead of UNE. And Cole collects the first and the second. 61-54, 13:35 to play in the second half. As a long-range shooting from Derek Vogel and Steve Huntington have really lit up. Vogel hammered to the floor, no call. Kumka driving to the hole, blocked from behind by Huntington. Nice defensive play. Tyler Lakin on the baseline, can't get it down. The Wildcats come. Aaron McClure pulls up, no good. Backside rebound. The Wildcats playing volleyball with it. Nosak can't come away with it, but he'll keep it in the Wildcats' possession.
Westbrook's doing a very good job on the offensive board. Keep crashing, keep keeping the ball alive.
Nosak to the bucket with authority.
That was over the 6'9" Cooper. Good take by the young man. Nozak, who was ineligible last year, worked really hard in the offseason, and you can tell he's gotten a lot better than his freshman year.
Nozak really big bucket right there. Knights were sneaking back in, and the three-point play puts the lead back to 10, 64-54. Euler trying to dribble up court. And a foul called, I believe. No, they say it's last touch by Westbrook College. Inbounds pass, and the foul will be on Nozak. So that'll send senior Aaron McDonald back to the free throw line. McDonald out of Millinocket, Maine. Rattles the first one home. A Millinocket, would that have put him at Stearns High School?
Is it Stearns or Skank?
Not sure on that one either. We gotta learn our Maine geography.
Well, you're a Southern boy and I'm a city boy, so it's tough for us to get the right cities.
Vogel, pull up Jay. 66-56. Vogel now with 31 points on the night. McDonald got away with a bang there as Vogel took the charge. No call though. Working three ball, no good. Vogel fights for the board. Said Nosak came from out of bounds back in.
I thought he might have established himself back in, but.
And this time, Vogel takes the charge, gets the call. Ron Cody vividly upset.
Letting the officials have it.
Lennon called on the travel. Lakin all alone. Gets it for Cooper. Turnaround shot, no good. Vogel the rebound. Wildcats slow it down. Aaron McClure fake, now goes for Vogel. Vogel.
Got grabbed by McCarthy on the way up.
McCarthy on the grab in the hold, and the foul will send Derek Vogel to the line in a 1-on-1 situation. 66-58. Wildcats lead with 11:19 to play.
So far at the beginning of this season, Derek Vogel is shooting balls very well at the foul line, which he did struggle late in last year. So it looks like he paid attention to that this summer and worked on it.
He is just a tremendous athlete. And what a great story coming out of Greeley High School. He was not the best player on his high school basketball team at that time. I think most people might say now he is. Nice pass from Cooper, blocked from behind by McClure. Lakin back up, no call. McCarthy up, and now the call, and the bucket will fall. And UNE tenacious on the offensive glass, and Westbrook College blocking a lot of shots.
Cody's got to be careful in that situation, yelling at the official right to his face.
Lenny Cole, powerful move. And that brings UNE back within 6. Aaron McClure, a 3, no good. The rebound, Cooper. Cooper almost stepped out of bounds. He's going to be a heck of a player by the time he's done here at UNE. He's got all the size in the world. Lennon and McCarthy getting ready to go. I think that would be a big mistake for Mike McCarthy, as scrappy as he is.
McCarthy was a center on his high school team. Good acclamation to a guard here in college.
And Vogel not too pleased with one Mike McCarthy, and he actually gave him a little push as he came off, and that's something you don't see Derek Vogel do too often, really show too much emotion, especially negative emotion.
I think Derek Vogel was just trying to let McCarthy know who exactly he was.
Yeah, I would think the freshman would give him a little respect. McCarthy, 6'1", as you said, center on his team. UNE almost another rebound off the missed free throw. Andy Lennon back, misses, working though, gets it. Left hand, no good. And Rob Cooper, the loose ball rebound. two good shots for the Wildcats, and neither one would go.
How long do you think Vogel will stay on the bench?
I'd give him about a minute. Foul called on Rob Cooper. Offensive. And it'll be a 1-on-1 coming the other way.
Oh, that was his second illegal screen there, down low. Youngster doesn't understand yet that the officials have eyes all over their head.
Pat Moody, the transfer out of Windham, Maine, onto the floor for the first time tonight, number 25. It's pretty funny, though. You got Biddeford, Arundel, Sanford, Kittery. You got York County pretty well covered right down the coast. Lennon's put back, no good, but Nate Estee with a huge bucket, his first of the night. And a big one, because that stops the momentum that UNE had gone on. And as they were threatening to really get back in, they had a chance to cut it to 4 when Cooper missed both free throws. And now the lead back to 8. Wildcats go zone. Of course, not an easy team to zone is UNE. They got a lot of long ball shooters. McDonald's drive, no good. McDonald's coming out of there and able to contain it. Cole pulls up, short. And Wildcats cannot get a defensive rebound. You look at Vogel on the bench, he's not getting a lot of rest as he's standing up watching, pretty animated. I'd say he's ready. Kumka, long ball, bang. And Vogel now heads to the scorer's bench to check back in. 70-65. Lennon driving baseline, up and under. Oh, beautiful move.
Looked like he was going to make the pass out, but the kid's so strong, just laid it right up and in.
I've never seen Andy Lennon fold during crunch time. Good fake by McDonald. Floats in, misses the bunny though. The rebound out, and Huntington controls. Going for McClure, last touched. I believe Kumka got a piece of that, but they say Westbrook College touched it last.
Tough pass to make from Steve Huntington to Aaron McClure. The two guys right in front of him.
Yeah, you can't blame McClure on that one. (72-65), 8:10 to play in regulation. These games, you never know, and the way this has been a seesaw battle. Lakin, turn around, no good. The rebound though, Lakin back up, and he'll draw the foul. The Wildcats right now cannot contain the Knights on the offensive boards. They are doing a number on Westbrook College.
Certainly are. Westbrook's not getting good inside position to get the man to box out. But I'm sure they'll work on that in practice.
You would think maybe the big body of a Chris Lotus could be needed right now.
I agree with you there.
72-65. With 7:53 to go, we'll listen in to head coach Jim Graffam and the Wildcats timeout. A very crucial one at this point of the contest.
They miss a shot, right? There's no one even going for the basketball. I want to see someone box out, go up and be big and get the rebound. Because this game is going to be determined by that. Because we have scored enough points. I told you, we're going to get 90. And that's what we're going to get. They can't get to 80 if they don't get foul shots or second shots. Got it?
Team rebound. Come on, Todd. Yellow ball.
Assistant coach Bruce Bauer is actually wearing the microphone tonight, and you hear him at the end. Talk. Help out, talk. Assistant coaches Mike Johnson and Bruce Bowers back with head coach Jim Graffam. Of course, Ron Crosby and Robbie Brown getting their first win as assistants last Tuesday night down in Lancaster, Massachusetts. How did it feel to be on the sideline and actually a collegiate coach? We know you are heavily involved in Scarborough High School basketball. And what was the difference, though, at the college level where you, of course, played for Coach Graffam and the Wildcats?
Just the intensity level. And Westbrook went down with so much intensity. You know, I mean, it's something that high schools do have, but it's not at the collegiate level, you can say.
(72-67). Shot missed, but Lennon gets the board in the middle, gets stripped. Lennon, another loose ball rebound. Vogel will be fouled by Pat Moody.
I don't think it would be in UNE's best interest to foul Vogel, as well as he's been shooting at the line tonight.
And that's exactly what Chris Kumka told Pat Moody. 2 shots, the 10th team foul now, so both teams over the second part of the limit, so it'll be 2 shots every foul from here on out. Vogel makes them both, 74-67. Lennon the steal, and Moody will be whistled for the foul. And that'll spell the quick exit for Pat Moody. The sophomore coming in, struggling a bit.
So they bring in the junior Gad boys. A little bit better ball handler, probably a better passer as well. Point guard's got to make these.
Pat Moody transferring from Husson from last year. Lennon makes 1 of 2, 75-67. Kumka out on top with Lennon on him. Cole with Esty draped on his body. Cole, baseline, great move, and they'll call a foul. Call it on Nosak. Nosak over trying to provide some help defensively for Esty. And
they did a very good job of him down there in the corner.
Wildcats slow it down. Inside for Esty. Esty turns around off the window. Pretty.
And he uses that glass very well.
That's a big bucket. 77-68. Kumka, long three. A couple of sprinkles fell with that one, but the ball doesn't go down, and the Wildcats back. Westbrook College can afford to try to use a little bit of the shot clock. It's down to 18. Now Vogel will go to work on the baseline, goes for Lennon. Lennon double pumps, triple pumps, and bang! Whoa! He schools the big guy. Down in the low post. How many times can the 5'10" Andy Lennon go inside the paint and come out victorious?
Well, we talk about Derek Vogel having such great body control. That time, Andy went right into Aaron McDonald and just flipped it up with his right hand. Good body control by the point guard.
I think he might be petitioning Coach Graffam for a position change. He might start him at forward Thursday night. Misses the free throw, though. Big free throws here. 79-68, 6 minutes to play. Campus Center loud and full. Cole thinks about pulling up. Gadboys will. Long. Now the rebound, Esty. Good outlet pass for Lennon. Lennon doesn't have the numbers, though. But now he finds Corey McClure. Corey McClure up. Draws the foul, but he can't finish off the bunny.
It was tough when he had the guy's hand on his back, not allowing him to go up with it.
Billy Harris has picked up his 5th personal foul. He will be done for the evening.
Big free throws for the senior here.
Certainly are.
Prove his
Everyone
leadership.
crucial down the stretch. And still a lot of basketball to go. And with a team like UNE who can certainly shoot the 3, they're never out of a contest unless you got them down by 30.
Well, I don't even know if that. I think we had them down 20 two or 3 years ago when they came back and beat us by 10. It's 30 points.
Of course, Mr. Spinney no longer on the roster. Lennon almost got another offensive rebound, fighting in there with Cole as Corey McClure misses both free throws. Spinney had 10 in one game and 9, 8, 7 numerous times. Vogel on the push. He's got numbers. The pass over for Huntington, stolen by Kumka. Now numbers the other way. A bucket and the bump. 3-point play opportunity for Aaron McDonald, and a rare double mistake for senior Derek Vogel as he commits the turnover on the fast break. He had the numbers and then comes back the other way and commits the personal foul. And right now, again, 5:12 to go and plenty of time for UNE as they trail 79-70, and McDonald will come to the free throw line after this timeout with a chance to cut it to an 8-point advantage. Wildcats have missed 3 free throws in a row.
Let's go basic again. I want to run from the basket. See if we can get a good shot out of it. Either make it to the basket or we'll try to get the ball inside after 5 passes. Okay? No problem. Gang rebound. Gang rebound.
Try to listen in to Coach Graffam that time. A little bit muffled in there, but obviously the Wildcats have to make their free throws, and see Coach Graffam with an extra word for his All-American, probably telling him, forget about it. Let's get it back together. You the man. You the man. I don't know if Coach Graffam talks like that.
No,
but
I don't think so. From Waldoboro.
He's a military boy. I don't think they quite talk that way. You the man.
I don't think he'll ever talk that way. Being a major.
McDonald misses the free throw, and Vogel, the rebound, leaves it off for Lennon. UNE comes out and tries to pack in a 2-3 zone. Actually extend the 2-3 zone out with all the size down low, 6'9", 6'5", and 6'5" across the back line. Esty all alone from the free throw line. Nate Esty having a solid second half here. 3 big baskets. And it's 81-70.
He's a competitor, that Nate Estes out of Gorham. Had 2 chances of state titles and lost both, so he's probably trying to go back to Idaho, make up for his high school days.
Of course, the goal this year is get back to Idaho and, of course, win that first round game. Last year, very, very close.
Yeah, I think only one Maine team ever has won a game out there, and it was St. Joe's, and I think that was in the early 80s. So I'm sure Jimmy Graffam wants to.
Well, you got a valuable lesson out there a couple of years ago.
Yes, we did. Boy, was it exciting, though.
Kumka, 3-ball, bang. Well, I got to watch Chris Kumka and broadcast a couple of games he played back in his high school days playing for Sanford. He can definitely shoot the long-range shot. He was very cold in that first half, but starting to heat it up. Shot clock down to 5. Lennon in the paint, up, no good. Cooper the rebound.
Strong take. Might want to use the glass to his advantage.
All alone's Kumka. And that time he misses the 3.
Probably had too much time to think for that one.
Again, Wildcats working on the shot clock. Down to 20, 3:10 to play in the game, 81-73. Westbrook College with the lead. Vogel trying to work on the zone now, leaves it for Huntington. Down to 10, they got to go to work. Vogel, head fake, shot no good. Tip up Estes, working on the boards, got it again. The big guy high off the glass, missed, tapped up and in, Eric Wertgen.
What a tangent down there, keeping it up and alive to each other. That's how to work.
The experience of Esty and Wertgen paying off on that possession right there. Loose ball, and Esty again grabbed it, got hit from behind, and Andy Lennon expressing his liking of the work of the 2 big guys inside the paint. And of course, he knows all about that work in the paint.
I know it. He's been rebounding extremely well for his height, if you want to put it that way.
And the moves he does down low too. When he gets offensive chances down there, he usually comes away with a bucket.
Or at least a foul.
Last possession, he was down in the box on Cooper. Cooper had him, and he was asking for the basketball, pleading for the ball. He wanted it down in the low post to go to work on the 6'9" Cooper. Of course, his teammates knew better. Esty misses badly, and it's 84-73. Pass down for Gadbois. He saves and knocked out by Derek Vogel.
Westbrook switching their defense back to their 11, which is a half-court zone. They were just in a man, now they're in a zone.
Cole blocked by Vogel, comes back in, no good, tipped up by Cooper. Nice tip in by Rob Cooper.
I would have enjoyed to watch him play in high school.
I'm trying to remember the young man he played with last year for Sanford that was even better than him. Oh, very, very close. The traveling up and down call whistled on Steve Huntington. UNE will use a timeout, 2:07 to go. Wildcats lead by 9, 84-75. And head coach Jim Graffam will come out and talk to his troops as he stays out there with just the starters and wants to have a word with them all by himself. And that timeout right there, a 20-second timeout, a la the NBA, new this year.
Yep, new this year. They're allowed one per half.
Big possession here for the Knights. Down by 9. As Huntington almost had a chance at a steal. They go low for Cole. Cole against Vogel. Vogel says, get that shot out of here.
Cole's body against Vogel's athleticism. Good battle.
Now Vogel picks up McDonald. Lennon out on Kumka. Kumka looked like he had a foot on the line. Misses anyway, and the Wildcats now with 1:40. Need to use the clock, need to come away with a bucket. Lennon almost loses it. Andy Lennon tried to get the timeout as he got banged, was losing control and falling out of bounds.
It was a good attempt at a heads-up play, but that lead official didn't want any part of that.
Cole left alone for 3. Oh my, 84-78. And Werkin almost threw it away. Andy Lennon, a very big heads-up play. And now they're going to call traveling on the Wildcats. The other official is going to rule off that call. Well, I agree with the official the last time when Andy Lennon was falling out of bounds. I don't think he quite got the timeout fully signaled. I mean, how long do you have to hold that timeout signal before you get rewarded it? I mean, you should have to hold it for at least a second. And I think he made a good call. This time, I don't know, again, Huntington was going to the floor. I don't know how travel could have been called so quickly. That's what the one official was trying to call. But instead, he saw the timeout being called, did the farther away official, and he awarded the timeout for the Wildcats. So a big, big break there for Westbrook College, because now they only lead 84-78, 58 seconds to play. And Lenny Cole down on the baseline, left alone. He knocks home the 3. And that's what's so dangerous in basketball today, is that three-point shot, and especially when you get a team like UNE where you have 4 or 5 kids who can shoot it up with pretty good regularity.
I agree, and back to that play, the trail official had probably the better eye. That's why he overruled the lead official on that play. But yeah, I cannot understand why Cole was left wide open.
I mean, you have Cole, Kumka, McDonald, Gadboys has hit 1. 4 players who can definitely
Shoot the 3 ball.
Shoot the 3, and Westbrook College has their share as well, but when you're up by 6, you're less likely to take a 3. There's no Gary Kuhn on this team anymore. Kuhn loved to take that 3 up by 5 or 6 and put the nail in the coffin. Kumka called for the foul, and that's a very good foul actually for Chris Kumka.
I have to agree.
Only 7 seconds off the clock. Andy Lennon missed his last 2 free throws.
Last 3, he missed that one after the big bucket.
So now Andy Lennon, kid we said doesn't fold during crunch time. He is a kid that usually steps up and gets it done. Has the job here. Chance to make it a 3-possession game, and he does just that.
Big free throw.
That's what I mean about that young man, the kid from Melrose, Mass.
Showing his senior leadership. That's what they need.
Looking for a 3, McDonald. No good, Esty the rebound. And gets it off for Huntington.
Ooh.
And the Wildcats should be able to prevail here in Biddeford. Great move by Lennon on the dribble. Now in trouble. I think there could be a technical coming here. Let's see. Tough call right there on Kumka as well. Looked like he grabbed an awful lot of ball.
Well, he might have slapped him the first few times, but yeah, I agree with you. He looked like he had more ball. I was surprised it was called on Kumka and not McDonald.
And that sends the UNE faithful heading towards the exits. Still 26 seconds. 8-point lead.
See if they can pull a Reggie Miller out of this.
Kumka fouling out. Really not a good night for Kumka. He made a few threes, but he missed an awful lot. Usually a little more efficient from behind the arc. Of course, all free throws count, but when they really, really count, seems like Andy Lennon gets it done. Lotus and Aaron McClure replace Derek Vogel along with Steve Huntington, and Vogel again up in the mid-30s tonight, keeping his average at 31 or better. It might go up a couple. And the lead now 10 with 22 seconds to play. Gadbois takes the three, no good. And Lotus the rebound. He gets tied up by Aaron McDonald. Wildcats get possession on the arrow. They get it into Lennon. Andy Lennon says, I'm going to get a few points here. He holds the ball just long enough to draw that foul. You know that's just what he was doing. I want to go back to the free throw line. I think he wants to win his girlfriend a stuffed animal.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, he makes two.
But if he does, I think he got it.
Makes two more. I think he wins a stuffed animal. All kidding aside, a great performance tonight for Lennon and the Wildcats. University of New England, a much improved basketball team from their 7-18 record of last year. And tonight, Aaron McDonald hampered by that sprained ankle. That certainly affected their offensive output late in that first half and into the second half. McDonald still had a tremendous night, but you could see he was slowed by the sprain. Cole misses. Lotus another rebound. And Lotus says, get off of my back.
Well, it's one thing to grab him and get the foul, but to keep holding on to him,
Yeah,
that's not called for.
Especially all sweaty and gooey. And Lotus says, I don't want that on me.
I think you didn't want it on you.
I used to hate that, playing and you'd go by and some guy that was just pouring sweat would set a pick on you and get a
Big hairy guy, right?
Oh, man.
Some big guy like Nate Estes, just giving you a nice big bear hug.
Lotus with a nice touch on the free throw. It's now 91-78, 6 seconds left in the contest. And Chris Lotus, a couple of big rebounds, and he is a player. Ball almost stolen, and Andy Lennon now does get the steal, and he'll dribble out the clock. The Wildcats come away with a hard-fought 92-78 victory. And again, seniors Lennon and Vogel instrumental in this one.
And Nate Estes for that.
Estes really did have a big, big stretch late in that second half. He had one of those. His first bucket was huge because UNE was creeping back in, and Westbrook College hasn't scored in a good minute and a half, and he tipped that one back up and in, and that was a huge bucket. And then he had two other big buckets and a couple of big rebounds. Certainly you could make a case for Nate Estes in his performance tonight. Not a lot of scoring, but he was there when needed, as was Andy Lennon at the free throw line. We talked about his clutch performances, and certainly did it again tonight.
Do you have two, or, excuse me, did you have 6 or 8 consecutive?
I think he did have 8.
I thought
but
so.
he did win the stuffed animal because he did make the last two. But Great job by Lennon Vogel. We'll take a timeout, come back with our stats, and then, of course, post-game interviews right after this. You're watching the Westbrook College Television Network with the Wildcats. Come away, 92-78, back after this. Welcome back to the Campus Center at UNE. Jay Harper along with Ron Crosby, cameraman Steve Poulos, and appreciate the work of stat man Dale Wright, giving us our final stats here tonight. Final score 92-78. Westbrook College comes away with the victory, moves to 3-1. UNE falls to 2-2 on the season. Going over the scoring, All-American Derek Vogel, 37 points in the contest. And then Andy Lennon, that strong second half and the great work at the free throw line, finishes with 13. Steve Huntington had 11. Wertgen had 8. Nozick had 6. Lotus 6. Estes, the strong second half, 7 points. And a bucket apiece for Corey and Aaron McClure, 92 points. Heading over to UNE, Cooper had 8 points, and then Cole and McDonald, 24 each. And McDonald having 16 in that first half, only 8 in the second. 9 points for Kumka, 5 for McCarthy, 3 for Gadboys, and a bucket for Tyler Lakin. Billy Harris fouled out and had 3 points. And just a strong performance for the Wildcats. And a couple of big runs in this game, Ron. When you look at the runs, 9-0 to start for UNE, and then Westbrook College chips back into it, takes the lead, and then UNE again late in that second half goes on a 9-0 run and a 13-2 run when it eventually finished up. But then that big 14-0 run that Westbrook College had in the second half really told the story in this one.
Yeah, in the first half when UNE struggled and then came back and took the lead at half, that I thought was going to put a little damper on the spirits of the Wildcats. But as we proved, Coach Graffam gets his kids ready for the second half. They came out ready to play, dug back in, and got it done.
All right, a great performance for Westbrook College. They win 92-78. We'll take a break, come back with post-game interviews. Andy Lennon, Nate Estes standing by. We're back after this. Welcome back to UNE in the Campus Center. Jay Harper being joined by seniors Nate Estes and Andy Lennon. We'll start with Nate. 3 big buckets in that second half. No scoring in the first half, but down the stretch, you guys were getting a little cold offensively, a big tip-in, and you really got things going for your team. How did it feel, and what were you trying to do on the boards?
Well, we just wanted to basically gang rebound. We didn't have, in the first half, we only had 2 guys going to the basket, and everybody else was running backcourt. We needed to get some offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds especially, so we basically wanted 4 guys rebounding and crashing the boards, and I just happened to come up with a couple of rebounds when they came to my side of the hoop.
Now, of course, the ankle injury keeping you out in last week's game against Atlantic Union. How did that feel tonight, and how do you think it will fare against St. Joe's on Thursday?
As long as I keep it loose, it feels great.
All right.
Hopefully I don't land on it and kill myself again.
All right, moving over to Andy Lennon, the senior leader at point guard, doing a little bit of everything, getting down low. We said 11 rebounds in the last game, and again, you're working down in there with the Giants, getting a bucket, getting fouled, and of course some clutch free throws tonight as well.
You know, I just try to do what the team needs. Like Nate said, we were having trouble on the boards. They do a good job just tipping it, and I'm just in the right place, I guess. I don't know. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just using my body, and I think my strength is an advantage. Just use it, and ball's bouncing well. It's coming my way, and I'm grabbing it. And free throws.
Well, let's talk about those free throws for a second. You missed 3 in a row, and then the real big free throws came up. You had 2 at the line, and I said to Ron Crosby, he's going to make these. He's a clutch performer. When they really, really count, this kid will step up and do it for you, and you did. You made 6 in a row, I believe, there in a stretch, and just a tremendous performance at the free throw line after missing 3 in a row.
I've been struggling my whole career here, and Coach Bowers has been working with me every year, gave me that new style, and everything's just coming into place this year. I struggled early, like you said, but I just put that all behind me and just took one shot at a time, and I just got in a groove and rhythm.
All right, Nate, Derek Vogel, the other senior on the team, 37 points tonight. He's averaging roughly 33 points per game in the 4 games this season. What about his performance this evening?
Yeah, he had a pretty good game. Lots of points. He's good. He can shoot the ball. He's on fire.
What do you think about Vogel and his performance and his continue to pick the team up when they seem to need some offense?
He's just a great player. He does so much for us, taking the ball to the hole, three-pointers. He's shooting a lot more three-pointers, which the coaching staffs wanted him to do, which is going to open up his penetration. He's just a great player. I mean, there's no other words to describe him. He's just great.
Now, of course, Thursday night to the Chamber of Horrors, St. Joe's, a big matchup. You guys looking forward to that one?
Been looking forward to it since we played them last year. This is the one game, the one team that we haven't really beat since I've been here, and I know Andy and Coach Graffam and everybody wants to beat St. Joe's, and we're really looking forward to it, and hopefully we're going to go in there and beat the crap out of them.
All right, we're looking forward to that one. A great performance here tonight at UNE, where the Wildcats come away with a 92-78 victory for Nate Estee and Andy Lennon. And my cameraman, Steve Poulos, I'm Jay Harper, saying so long. We'll see you again real soon.